There's a new show on Amazon Prime called Three Pines, about a detective solving crimes in Canada. The main character is played by Dr. Otto Octavius from Spider-Man, and I'll be honest, throughout this review I do refer to him as Doc Ock. I should work on that. I'm currently talking about all the TV shows on TV at the minute, and I'm counting on you to decide which ones I continue talking about and which ones I stop watching. Currently I'm trying to decide between reviewing Three Pines every week and Slow Horses. Have your say in the comments. Right, before we start talking about the show, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. You can always unsubscribe at a later date if you don't like what I'm posting. It's completely free, and no hard feelings if you want to go at a later date. Right, anyway, showtime.
It's showtime, folks.
We begin the episode with Doc Ock watching from an upstairs window, like he's the target from Marrakesh in Hitman. He's watching a protest going on and only goes downstairs in order to prevent an innocent woman from being arrested. This is his save the cat moment. We're meant to look at him and go, oh, Doc Ock isn't like the rest of the police force, he's alright. Because this is the Canadian police force, the cop who did something wrong actually apologises for being wrong. Don't get that in America. Doc Ock drives a family home from the protest. A member of their family went missing and they couldn't find her, hence the protesting. They called her our little Blue Jay because she liked to play hide and seek. That's not a great nickname, is it? How about Heidi? Yeah, go on. That's a new nickname. Doc Ock goes home and finds his house in the middle of a housewarming. Or it might just be a generic party, I don't know. He talks shop with another detective about how they're struggling to find a bunch of the people who are going missing. He asks him to run some plates, which is what real detectives do. They don't bribe people who work at the DMV like Stallone did in Tulsa King. People then speak French and I have no idea what they're saying because Amazon Prime had issues at launch and didn't display the subtitles. So I've got no idea what they're saying. I think it went something like, honey, have you bought some fresh baguettes? And he said, oui, I got them from beside the Eiffel Tower. Is that racist? I think that's racist. We cut to the French woman's family and her daughter smashes a Christmas ornament. It's a bit tense between them. Speaking of Christmas, I still need to put my tree up. Does anyone else get Stars Hollow vibes from this town? Stars Hollow is a town from Gilmore Girls and it looks a bit like this. We have a few more scenes with the French woman and she has an opposite of a save the cat moment where she tells someone that they're not talented. I believe it's called a kill the dog moment. Tim Allen has one of these moments in every film he's in, but I think it's accidental when they do it for him. After her kill the dog moment, she is electrified to death in a chair. This sets up the big mystery for the episode, and in comes Doc Ock to solve the crime. I made it sound like he came through one of Doctor Strange's portals then. For anyone asking, why would she sit in that chair? Yeah, you're right. She's in all white, and yet sits down in the rustiest chair imaginable, simply because there was a sign on it with her name on it. If there was a bundle of leaves and a sign on it saying sweets, would she go to that? She passes up on the chairs with cushions, for God's sake, and there's many empty chairs that wouldn't stay in her white clothes. Yeah, that's completely normal. Oh, I love the hat that Doc Ock is wearing. It's wonderful, isn't it? That's a brilliant hat. Notice how easily distracted I was from the ridiculousness of her sitting down in that chair. All it takes is a good hat. A woman introduces the detectives to the crime scene and says that it is most likely an accident, but Doc Ock isn't convinced. After investigating the crime scene, Doc Ock gives the victim's next of kin an interview. The husband opens the door late and says I was in the basement, and is overall very suspicious. I know he's in mourning, and clearly he or his daughter did it, but if the police come to interview about your wife's death, you could at least be a little less suspicious. Maybe dial it down a little bit. Doc Ock talks to the daughter and tells her about how he lost his own mother at a young age. For some reason, I can no longer watch someone comfort another person in mourning without hearing Nixon being really awkward when he called up Biden to apologise for his wife's death. Now, I only played a clip there, but the whole thing is worth watching. After this, of course, I need the watch time. But it'll be in the description. Go and listen to that phone call, it's really awkward. Doc Ock rents out a place for them to work while in town. Now they have a headquarters. Doc Ock realises that the chair the murder victim sat down in had been turned into an electric chair, and some music plays like a big revelation had just been made.
The killer turned her seat into an electric chair. Madame de Poitiers was executed.
But she died by electrocution while sat in a chair. Of course she had been killed by an electric chair. Why did we get a music cue like Doc Ock was the greatest detective on the planet for adding those dots together? They go around and interview the entire town about the victim. We saw most people's opinions in the form of an interview and montage, but one woman got her own scene.
What the fuck do you want?
Obviously it's difficult not knowing about Canada, but I figured this town where the woman was killed was miles away from where they lived. Hence why they have to have a conference meetings in that strange woman's spare room. But I don't know, it must be closer than I thought. We then get a bit of a montage of all the suspects as Doc Ock puts them up on the wall and they do suspicious things. Everyone in the town is a suspect.
So what if it was all of them?
Right, let's crack on with episode 2. Doesn't this cafe look really cozy? I love Christmas, you know, and watching stuff like this makes me feel warm and cozy. I love it. This is a perfect watch for a cold evening. Alongside trying to figure out who electrified this woman, they're also trying to find the missing girl, which isn't going well. But Doc Ock keeps on getting these weird dreams where Heidi visits him. We called her Heidi, remember? And she gives him clues that are just cryptic enough to not make any sense. Doc Ock becomes suspicious of the woman they're renting a room from, and he tells her not to leave the village, which is a cop trope for telling someone that you have absolutely no evidence against them. They go to the house of the old woman that he thinks is the victim's mother, and finds that the detective they had left outside had fallen asleep, giving her a chance to escape. She leaves a video behind saying that she did kill the murder victim. Then she walks off into the snow. Can we take a minute to praise the cinematography? It's absolutely gorgeous in this episode, beautiful. Doc Ock solves the case somehow. Don't ask, I really don't know how he sorted everything out so quickly. It was the daughter of the victim like we predicted. Case solved. I'm very surprised that they managed to wrap that case up in 2 episodes. There were so many ideas being thrown about in the first episode. I thought they was going to go for the whole, the town did it, they was all in on it, but I guess it's over. The episode ended with one of the relatives of Heidi jumping off the police building. I suppose the case of missing Heidi is going to be a series-long arc, while we have a bunch of 2-episode blocks focused on each murder. Do you want me to talk about every episode of Three Pines? I'm up for it if that's what you want. If so, all you need to do is comment below and ask me to. I always do what you guys want. Right then, leave a like and subscribe. You can always unsubscribe at a later date if you don't like what I'm posting. Completely free and no hard feelings if you want to go at a later date. Watch these videos while you're here. Right, I'll let you go. Bye.